Dreo was nice enough to send us their new smart fan. Let's talk about it.
What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Hi there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another tech review. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the Dreo Pilot Max S Tower Fan. I'll post an Amazon link down below. They were nice enough to send me a review copy of this. I've been using it for about a week, and these are the thoughts after the week. So first thing I want to talk about was unboxing this was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Took us roughly 3 minutes, as you can see, and then it took us another couple minutes to set up the app, and that's mostly just waiting for it to get the email verification, because this is a smart fan. You're going to be able to control this fan with your phone, as I'll show you how the in-app presentation looks in a minute. It also comes with a remote, which is awesome, and it has all the same buttons pretty much that are on the top of here. So there's 3 ways to control this. You got buttons right here, which they're not physical, like clicky, pressy buttons, but they're the kind that are like just on top. They just feel like you couldn't even feel one of these buttons right here if you were just running your finger over them. So 3 ways to control the fan, and let's talk about the app first. So let's show you how that works.
So the app's called Dreo, and it's really pretty easy. Oh, wow, it actually gives me my indoor temperature. Apparently it has a temperature in here. I didn't realize that. I can easily turn it on. I can mess with all my settings. I can change the speed or the oscillation. You can set a timer on here, so it, you have like a sleep timer. I also love the fact it has the user manual right here you can easily click on. FAQs, mess with the auto brightness, mute the thing, share the device with people. And then you can mess with it on Alexa and Google Assistant. It gives you a whole list of things that you can do. The commands along with connecting it. I didn't feel like I needed an app for my fan, and they said, yeah, you kind of do. And I got to say, when you can't find that remote, just being able to do it from your from your phone is so stinking fantastic. Pilot Max S just crushing it.
But that's all well and good because that's how the fan works. But how was the performance versus my current fan? So I took it in there, and as you can see right now...
So I wanted to test to see if the new fan was more quiet or more loud than the old fan that we own, or roughly the same. So I set them both up in our bedroom and turned one on at a time. And now you can see down here, if you look at these the little squiggly lines down here at the bottom, I've turned up both volumes up 500%. And you can see just how much louder my old fan is as opposed to the new fan. You can barely even see a line here. And it really makes a noticeable difference. Despite the fact it's putting out more air, spoiler alert, as I'm about to show you, it's actually substantially quieter, which is fantastic.
So it indeed was quieter than my old school fan that I had, which was great. But how was the power? So I ran, of course, the most scientific test that I could run.
The most important thing with the fan, though, obviously, was how much air pressure is coming through the fan. And so I had this scientific test. We have maps in the hallway. As soon as we put in the new fan, boom, they got moving. And I will tell you, this test is 100% correct. I noticed a big difference between our old fan and the new fan, and the fact that now I get cold at night. I really need to cover myself up more because this thing is putting out so much air. And the way that it's designed, it just pushes so much air out from top to bottom. With the old fan, it was just shooting air in that one circle right here. But with the new fan, in its rectangular shape, it's blowing a lot more air out at a lot of different angles. I absolutely adore the air pressure on this fan. And I honestly think that in a lot of situations, I'm not going to have it up at full blast, which is typically what I do with fans. So kudos to them.
So there you go. So that's the fan. Now another thing, a couple more things that I want to spotlight on this that I really do like is the fact that the holes right here on both the front and the back are kind of wide. Not wide enough to necessarily get a finger in there, but they're wide enough that it's going to be easy to dust and hopefully keep this clean. And I want to emphasize that you don't need the app at all. You could just use this totally as the remote or just totally as the top, because I know that's probably going to turn some people off thinking they have to sign up for it. So I want to make sure that is implied. So final review on the fan, though. I'm loving it. I'm going to keep it. I didn't realize I needed a smart fan with all the fancy features and all those things going on. And we don't necessarily use those. Honestly, my wife is the big fan of the fan, and she will just leave it on for days and days and days, for weeks and weeks and weeks. And this thing has been on pretty much for 4 or 5 days at a time. No issues. It didn't stop going or anything like that. But The fact that it has all those features for if you want to use it, I absolutely adore that. The fact you can control it from your phone, I think that's fantastic. And at the end of the day, if the money, it really boils down to the price. If the price seems right to you, this is a fan that I absolutely can recommend. I'm going to be keeping it. I really enjoy it. But let me know in the comments below, have you tried this fan? What are your thoughts on it? And if you want to check it out, be sure to check out that Amazon link down below. Tell them Bowers Game Corner sent you. Actually, that's not how Amazon works, so that'd just be weird. But, as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you by all of my amazing Patreon supporters, and I would love it if you would join their ranks and have your name immortalized in the end of many of my videos for the end of time. But consider for only $1 a month, and as always, thanks for stopping by.